everyone, welcome to the last in the series of this bug page from Hanna Karlzon's jewellery box. I nearly forgot then. I have worked out that I've got enough reds to do my bug, so that's what I'm going to do. I think the darkest is probably the vermilion, so I'm going to try and find it. I don't know where it is. There's the Venetian. There it is. And I'm going to start with my darkest one for, I usually do the gemstones. Yeah, so we've got this, looks like a gemstone here. It's a really difficult design to know what to do with. So I've decided that I'm going to ignore the drawing and just do it as if it was a round one. Now if you really want to ignore the drawing, you can cover it over with some white pen and then colour over it. I don't find that very successful. I find that you can always see a bit of the pen, and I notice that there are people who do it and I look and think, wow, that looks really good, and then if you look really closely you can see the white pen still. So it's not for me. Let's just put it that way. So I'm going to start fading this towards the centre and try and make it look like there's some shine there in the middle. I'm going to do another layer to really emphasise that colour. I'm trying not to rush because I've only got 20 minutes and then I've got someone calling round, but I know that I can stop and get started again. So any gemstones shapes I'm going to do with this. So this one I'm going to try and leave a light centre as well, but this one just fit it in. And the same here. Some of these are really very small. There's not much I can do with them. And this one, I'm just quiet while I'm looking around at what else, which other ones to do. I think all these down here. It's very ornate, isn't it? This sort of little skirty bit. I think it's very pretty. Now these look like gems here too, but I'm going to do them in a slightly different colour, just so it's a bit more interesting, and I'll do them the same colour as these, I think. And they'll all be red. You know how it works on this page now. Yeah, this one is going to look really pretty if we're careful. Like that. I'm thinking I'll do these. This one and this one. There's a lot, isn't there? I think there's more than on any of the others. I think this just looks so pretty, like a little dress. I think the key with bugs is to not think of them as bugs, but to just think of them as elegant creatures. But then saying that, I don't really have a problem with bugs anyway. Whereas if I was colouring snakes, I'd struggle. I will have to find a way. There are snakes in every one of Hanna's books, I think. I'm just wondering whether to do a bit of the eye in this colour, but I don't think I will. Now I'm going to go light. I'm going to use the Venetian red, if I can find it. Here it is. And it's quite pinky and light. Sorry, is that blurred? And I want to use it for the background of this. I am going to try and make it a little harder near the top and lighter near the bottom. I know I don't normally do them in this order. I normally do the darker ones first, but I just know what I'm doing with this one. I plan to do this slightly lighter red. It's almost like a pastel red, which is weird, but perfectly useful. just what I need here. So I'm just trying to fade it towards the base, making it as even as I can. Well, if I was making it as even as I can, I would spend ages doing it. As even as I can in the time that I've got the patience to spend doing it. There must be people out there who would spend an hour per wing or something and it would look just stunningly amazing, but sorry, not me. I think, I don't know, you have to be a certain type of person. We've all got different personalities and do things in different ways. I've got lots of books and I want to finish them and I want to enjoy every picture and complete every picture, and I know that I will. So that's great, but it means that I can't spend 3 days doing half a bug because I'll never get them finished. But I also would get bored. So I like to, you know, I don't want to rush it, and in my head, you know, my sort of thought of rushing, but I don't want to spend ages and ages. So let's do the face now with this one. So as with our faces, a little bit darker on the edge, lighter towards the middle, like that. And like that. I'm wondering, yeah, I think I'll do these. Try and leave a bit of white in the middle. Like that. I'm holding my breath again. I really must not do that. Now I'm not sure what to do with this body bit, whether to do it stripy. There's 4 sections. It needs to be symmetrical. Maybe I'll use this lighter colour in the middle part and then use a different colour on the outside. Maybe we'll do it like that. So I'm trying to make it a little bit more layered up here and then fade it down a bit to go towards the bottom. Like that. And then I need a sort of red that's in between the vermilion and the Venetian, and I think the scarlet red is going to be the one, if I can find it. There it is. Okay, and I'm going to do these little bits here. Now I'm not going to try and make them darker around the edge or fade them towards the tip or anything fancy because they're so small. I'm just blocking them in. This one though, I can make it a bit lighter towards the top and bottom. But this one, again, just blocking it in. And even here, for me, it's just too small. I can try, but it won't show. So I might as well just make it nice and dark. We're going to do this bit. I'm not pressing so hard for this bit. I want it to look like it's a different colour, which it does, without it being too intense, because I like these bits being darker. If that makes sense, because I'm going to use it for here. I want it to look like it's a different colour. And here, again, darker here and fading towards the bottom. It's the same that I've done for all of them. And then this bit. Now I am going fast, so you may need to pause and catch up. Perhaps you do anyway. When I follow like a Chris Cheng video, I pause and catch up so much that an hour of Chris Cheng takes me 6 in real time. Now these little bits here. Oh, and these loopy bits. And this bit. Okay, the eye, I'm going to do the bottom of the eye. that. Now I'm just looking at what we've got. Scarlet red, the cadmium red is a little bit pink, so I'm not going to use a different red. I'm actually going to go back to the vermilion and do this bit here, this top bit of the eye and the antenna and legs with the vermilion. Now I'm going to do a light layer on all of them and then sharpen and try and do the edging like I've done on the others. If that's too fiddly for you, just fill it in. You might want to darken it up a bit more than this if you're just filling it in. You can just put another couple of layers on while I'm doing the edge, but I need to keep it a bit lighter so that hopefully you can see a difference around the edge, but I'm not convinced it's that obvious. You've got a microscope. What was I reading on the news the other day? A piece of artwork, and it was a bag, and it'd been 3D printed, and it was as small as a grain of salt. So, I don't think I'll fit my purse, my mobile phone, my my shopping bags and things in there. So we're still using this one, the vermilion, but we're going around the edges now. So I've sharpened. Yeah, it was a little tiny yellowy green bag. There was quite in contrast to an art exhibition that's happening in Manchester. They've repurposed a BBC studio, made it into a giant art gallery. You can imagine how big my lead's really wobbly, how big the studios are, and they've put this enormous inflatable art exhibition. Very famous artist, and I'm rubbish at remembering names of people. Really bright coloured. My husband was like, I want to see that. I'm like, if it's in Manchester, how are you going to get there? It's a long way away. And you Americans that are listening would be like, I'd easily drive that, you know, but we're not used to it in the UK. We're just a small island. We don't do big road trips. Right, eyes. Ivory black. Some shading in the cool grey deep. Now I don't know if there's a lot to do here. I think maybe around the edge of this circular gem, because that's how we tended to do the others. But I'm not that fussed about doing too much. And then maybe around here, maybe this edge. How did I do that one up to there? I think that's all really. Yeah. Now I'll white. Now I'm not sure whether to go all over this in white. I think I might just leave the pattern there. But do some on all of these. If you follow the edge of the item that you're putting the shine on, it makes sense. Although these are just getting a dot because they are small. So try and sort of follow the curve. I find it just looks better. So these are just getting a dot. I'm still not sure what to do with that big one, but I think I'm going to leave it. I think it might work. I think it probably looks better like that, so I'm going to leave it. So there we go, there is our last one. And I just moved some pencils out of the way, and I can move my book so we can see the whole thing. Oh, probably a bit to one side and a bit wonky. Hang about. There we go. That's there's our whole page. So did you guess them right? Or did I not do a colour that you'd hoped I would? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope the series was fun for you. I really had a lot of fun with it, really enjoyed it. So thank you so much for watching. Have a super day and happy colouring.